Welcome to BookJuice, where love isn't always the answer, and sometimes it's the question. Whether you're in the kitchen thinking about the last thing someone said that didn't sit right, or you're quietly wondering what else you've convinced yourself not to look at, this reflection is for you. Let me ask you something honest. Have you ever trusted someone so deeply that when your instincts spoke, you told them to be quiet? That's the ache at the center of this book. Before We Met isn't about red flags waving wildly. It's about the small silences, the things you notice but choose to explain away, the pauses that feel too awkward to name, the way your stomach twists when someone says, "Don't worry about it." That's where this story lives, in that gray space between love and uncertainty, between what we know and what we pretend not to know. Hannah is us. She's successful, intelligent, grounded, and she wants to believe in her story, in her whirlwind romance, in her seemingly perfect husband, Mark. But one night, he doesn't come home. And that absence, that crack in the glass, is all it takes for the questions to rush in. What happens next isn't just a thriller, it's an unraveling, because she starts to realize the foundation she's standing on wasn't solid. It was a story, a curated version of someone who needed her to believe it. And maybe she needed to believe it too. Because let's be real, sometimes we don't just fall in love with people. We fall in love with the relief they offer, with the idea that maybe, finally, we can relax. But Hannah's story reminds us, peace built on lies is still war. It just hasn't surfaced yet. You ever look back at a relationship and realize the signs weren't invisible? You just weren't ready to see them? This reflection hits because it's not about villains. It's about vulnerability, about the part of us that wants so badly to trust that we silence our knowing to keep the fantasy alive. Before We Met asks you to confront that silence. It doesn't shame you for it. It holds space for it. And then it nudges you, softly but firmly, towards self-trust. Because the real story isn't whether Mark lied. It's whether Hannah can forgive herself for not listening sooner. Juice drop. The most dangerous secrets are the ones we keep from ourselves, because when you bury your instincts to protect the story, you risk losing the truth altogether. And yes, we say it out loud, because it matters. So here's your reflection. Is there a part of your life where you feel uneasy, but you've been performing peace? And what would it feel like to stop managing the illusion and start trusting your gut? Drop it in the comments. Let's talk intuition, honesty, and the bravery it takes to tell yourself the truth. If you've ever looked away from your own reflection just to keep the fantasy intact, grab the book. Let it remind you. You already know. You just needed the space to say it. This is BookJuice. Short reflections, deep impact.